Harry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. We're having ourselves a good day today back at Radio Center after a whole lot of fun and very interesting conversation yesterday at the Michigan Agribusiness Association. It was probably as chilly yesterday as what it is right now. 11 degrees here at the airport, 14 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 11. Downtown Bay City is currently at 12. We do have a south breeze at 10. Wind chill 3 below zero. 30.44 falling off now is the barometric pressure. We do have a high pressure system that's over southern Indiana. And that's the reason why we have the chilly air, because that thing is drafting some really cold air down out of Canada. There's another high pressure system just to the east of the Rockies up in Canada, and that's pulling it down from the pole. And then this second high is pulling it down even further. We have some pretty chilly temperatures along the East Coast. They're anticipating another system that's going to be affecting their weather over the next couple of days or so, but we'll talk about that later on. As far as snow depths are concerned around the state, if some of you would like to do a little snowmobiling, a little walking back in the woods, you get up into northern Michigan, we're starting to accumulate a little bit. Sault Ste. Marie officially has about 1.5 feet, maybe a little bit more of snow on the ground, but that's not normal for them this time of the year. They should have a whole lot more than what they're talking about. Traverse City, another one where usually they've got at least 1 foot of snow on the ground, if not more. Traverse City is coming in at the airport anyway at right around 6 inches. Petoskey says they have only got about 4 inches right now. The Mayo area is looking at 5. They've had a little bit more. The Gaylord Airport area, they're looking at right now a little bit better than 6 inches. Charlevoix is talking 1 foot. Sheboygan is at 7. East Jordan, normally they have a lot of snow. Again, they're usually talking right around 1.5 to 2 feet this time of the year. Currently, East Jordan has 7 inches of snow. Glennie is looking at 5. Standish area right now is reporting 3. You got to go up in the Upper Peninsula before you begin to see much of anything up there. But for the most part, they're running below average for this time of the year as well. It does appear as though we are going to be looking at a little bit more snow as we go through the next 3 weeks for northern Michigan, and in particular the Upper Peninsula. So if you do want to participate in the outdoor sports, you shouldn't have any problem. Strange as it may seem, but not so strange. We're looking at some of the reporting stations along the west side of the Lower Peninsula, and we're seeing a whole lot more in the way of snow there. In particular, Grand Rapids at the airport, they're saying they've got about 6 inches, but you don't have to go too far to the west or the north, and they're looking at a whole lot more in the way of snow. Same thing with Muskegon. They're looking at better than 1 foot of snow at some of the private reporting stations. And Hart, Michigan, over in Oceana County, they right now are reporting a little bit better than 1 foot. Sun and clouds, that's part of our weather forecast. It does appear as though the best chance of seeing some sun was earlier this morning. We're going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies until later this afternoon. Then we're going to see some breaks in the clouds. So our high temperature will be, as we go through the daylight hours, we'll get into the low 20s. But then overnight with the clouds moving in and a little bit warmer air, because that high pressure system we were talking about over Indiana is going to wind up over in the Virginias and Carolinas. It's going to start to draft with its clockwise circulation, some warmer air. So our low temperature, or I should say our high temperature for the day, is going to be pretty close to midnight, and I think it's going to be right around 32 degrees. Our High temperature for tomorrow will be a little bit warmer, 35. But then along with that is going to come a low pressure system scooting along the border between Canada and the United States, and that's going to draft some snow shower activity our way. So tomorrow with 35 degrees as a projected high, we're also going to be looking at some snow showers, and that very possibly could create some travel issues because we will be approaching the freezing mark and then glossing over a little bit because later in the day tomorrow, the temperature is going to begin to fall and we'll drop down to about 25. So snow shower activity is in the forecast for tomorrow and tomorrow night. We'll have a westerly breeze tomorrow for a while. It'll become northwesterly and taper down to just barely a trace by tomorrow night. But snow showers are in the forecast. Thursday, scattered snow showers around, but not as prevalent as what it will be tomorrow, but still there'll be a chance. Thursday's high will drop back down again, 28, with a low on Thursday night of 11. And we will be looking at skies clearing late Thursday night and early Friday. Friday, we'll see a resumption of some clouds, but very little, if anything, in the way of precipitation. Friday's high should be about 22, a low with cloudy skies Friday night of 10. Then moving into the weekend, 19 for a high on Saturday, 22 for a high on Sunday. Saturday night's low will be in the single digits. Then moving into Monday, Martin Luther King Day, we'll be looking at a chance of snow as we go into the afternoon hours with high temperatures in the upper 20s. But the long-range outlook continues to be below average on the temperatures to take us at least through the 24th of the month, precipitation values to be average. A little bit more on the weather as we go through the broadcast. We're going to take a look at the markets. Big government report coming up tomorrow. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more with Rick Hollister from the Andersons in a moment. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Wiki Crop Insurance. Now, you can farm this year with confidence, Mr. Farmer, confident in knowing that Wiki Crop Insurance is available when you need them. Are you the recipient of the FSA WIP Plus program? Remember, as a condition of payment eligibility, you do need to obtain crop insurance on your crop paid under WIP Plus. So now's the time to get a hold of Kyle Byron and get all the details. Call him 989-284-9975 or visit wikicrop.com. The deadline for crop insurance is going to come faster than you think, so get a hold of Kyle Byron today. We say good morning to Rick Hollister over at the Andersons. Rick, what's going on?
Good morning, Terry. Well, we've got a bit of a choppy trade here this week. We started lower this morning even, but the market has come back some. Corn currently is up a couple. Soybeans are up 6 to 7, and wheat is up 7 to 8 cents on the day. So soybean oil strength has kind of turned things from negative to positive today. But a lot going on this week. Lots of debate about the weather in South America and the effect that the southern drought in Brazil has had on their soybean crop. And we've seen some advisors slashing their Brazilian soybean crop production numbers, and we've seen others just reduce it a little bit. Everybody's reducing, but some just a little. So we need to keep an eye on that too. And it does look like out in that 10-day range, Terry, that there may be a change in the pattern that they've been in for a while, where we had rain, and excessive rain to the northern part of Brazil, and then a lack of it in southern Brazil and down into Argentina. It looks like that may change both ways. Looks like it dries out in the northern Brazil and more rain for Argentina and southern Brazil in the forecast. But we'll see. We know how 10-day forecasts are as far as predictability goes. So other than that, we are just gearing up for this big crop report coming out tomorrow at high noon from the USDA. It's our final crop production report numbers from this past year, from the 2021 growing season, and we'll see what the USDA has for us. Most analysts are reducing their corn production estimates just a little bit, soybeans increasing just a little bit, and we're real curious on the wheat. Compared to a year ago, we're thinking we have stocks, which we'll also get our stocks report. We're thinking we have a couple 300 million less stocks of wheat on hand than what we had a year ago. So big interest, lots of numbers coming at us tomorrow between the ending stocks estimates, our on-hand stocks as of December 1st, and our final crop production numbers, yields and acreage. Lots and lots of numbers for the market to digest tomorrow.
So there's a potential for some fireworks, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Last year we had a big positive response. Corn and soybeans were sharply higher after this January report. But you look back to the 3 years prior, and the market hardly had any response at all, Terry. So not very predictable, and no consistency as far as response to this market, but their response to this report, I should say. But we've got a lot of things hanging in a balance at the moment, and could see some pretty good fireworks.
3 years ago seems like a century when it comes to all the things we've gone through in the last 3 years.
Yeah, just prices and acreage and the impact of the virus worldwide. It does seem like a long time ago to talk about 3 or 4 years ago.
And wouldn't you say about 3 years ago or so was when the USDA came out with a bunch of numbers that didn't make any sense at all, and we had to contend with that for a while?
Yeah, we did, and they had their stocks numbers overblown, and that proved out that eventually we were feeding more and using more. But it wasn't until our exports really kicked in 18 months ago now, when the exports really kicked in, that we started reducing the stockpile that we had been building up for a couple of 3 years. But so it's always interesting to see, this is really the first measured stocks report since harvest, Terry. So the conditions as of December 1st is what the USDA is trying to show us today. They usually send those out at the end of the month, but they hold this one off until this January final production number report to release them all at the same day.
So right now on the board at the Andersons, what do you have?
Yeah, at Hemlock, old crop corn is at 557. A new crop for this fall delivery at 507. Old crop soybeans are 1346. The new crop beans are at 1247. Old crop wheat at 711. New crop for summer delivery, that's red wheat, I should say. New crop at 720. Old crop white wheat at 711 also, and the new crop white wheat at 725.
Rick Hollister, thank you very much. You have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Yep. You too. Good day.
You
Thanks,
betcha.
Terry.
A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer has the latest for us. What's going on in Chicago? Not only the grain futures, but some of the other related issues. Market report brought to you by Steiner Tractor Parts. New parts for old tractors just took on new meanings as we roll into the new year. A lot of folks taking a look at the opportunity to show off that old tractor. You can get the new parts you need, get it operating and ready to go for those shows. Get her spiffed up. All you got to do is give them a call, 800-234-3280, or go to steinertractor.com. And Krijak's House Family Restaurant, 989-894-5531 is the number if you've got an event coming up and you've got to supply the food. They're also a great place to dine in, too. Get some reservations. Krijak's House, corner of Cass and Michigan on Bay City's south side. And they want to remind you that Punchki Day will be around before you know it. First part of March is when we'll be up there celebrating that. Doug Klein, what do you think?
Well, got to give it to Powell. He talked today in front of Congress.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. He's godlike. He turned the stock market from a negative 200 to positive in about an hour and a half. So
that's scary.
Oh, man, what a powerful, powerful man he is. So
anyway, turn it the other way, too, can't he?
Not today. Maybe not today, knock on wood. Boy. Well, yeah, he's going to raise interest rates this year. He said it, maybe 3 times during the course of this year. And then one of the big banks said maybe even 4 times that they might raise interest rates. So that would be a full percentage point. Now, that'd be, that might be hard to digest. Plus, they're going to be pulling liquidity off the table, by what they do is sell bonds, and that sucks liquidity out of the system. So who knows where that's going to take us. But anyway, he's got the dollar down. That's because interest rates are, basically non-attractive to the big money overseas. So they're not going to buy into the dollar to get our better interest rates because we don't have them. So that's got the dollar down. That's helping commodities go up a little bit. Unfortunately, crude oil is the main benefactor of that today, about a little over 3.5% higher, $2.87 higher. And heating oil and gasoline, they're tagging along too. But, so that's what we're dealing with. Here's your numbers. The March corn is 602.5, up 2 3/4. December corn 556 3/4, down 1/4 penny. The March soybeans 1393 1/4, up 8.5. July soybeans 1406 3/4, up 7.5. The March wheat 768.5, up 6.5. And then the December wheat is 774.5, up 6 cents. The crude oil is 80.57, up $2.87. Heating oil is 254.5, up 5.8 cents. Gasoline 235 1/4, up 7 cents. And natural gas is $3.90, that's up 6.7 cents. The Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2603 at the border. That's down by 75 ticks. You remember that was almost 129. It would buy you not very long ago. The Japanese yen 115.39, up 19 ticks. The euro 113.61, up 37 ticks. The dollar's at 95.66. That's down 33 ticks. Gold's at 18.15.60, up 16.80 an ounce. Silver's 22.70, up 24.5 cents. Platinum's at 947.50, up 13.10.
Doug, you take care.
Okay. Yep. You
Talk
too.
to you again soon. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. When we return, Jerry Samolsky will be joining us.
Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City knows a complex world sometimes demands a simple solution. Case in point, Workmaster utility tractors from New Holland. They're tough, practical workhorses that give you unmatched comfort with a low cost of ownership. Models from 55 to 74 horsepower give you expanded visibility with comfortable seating for 2. A hitch lift capacity up to 4,000 pounds means you accomplish more with larger implements. Stop by Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City today and ask about Workmaster utility tractors.
Did it go okay when your insurance agent sat down with you to review the coverage checklist for your farm so you wouldn't have to worry about uncovered areas? You have reviewed your coverages lately, right? If not, maybe your agency should be the Emil Rummel Agency. At the Emil Rummel Agency, it's our job to understand the various risks you face every day on your farm, and then provide you with the right insurance policy that is based on your needs. If your current insurance agent is not offering this kind of service, it's time you talked with the Emil Rummel Agency, because we listen and then we respond to what we hear. The Emil Rummel Agency is located in Frankenmuth, Vassar, Caro, and in Saginaw. Call us today at 800-572-0939. That's 800-572-0939. Or visit us on the web at rummelinsurance.com.
As I mentioned, the Agribusiness Association annual winter conference going on right now. This morning, they've been talking about wheat. They've also been talking about cybersecurity issues in agriculture. That promised to be a very good session. Unfortunately, it's today. We weren't there We were there yesterday, so we're going to have to get a little bit more information on that one from Chuck Lipstrew as we go through our programs here over the next several days. Jerry Samolsky joining me right now from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, what should we be looking forward to right now?
Terry, what we're looking forward to in the industry is our Great Lakes Trade Expo, which starts on the 24th of January, 24th, 25th, 26th. Then our Saginaw Valley Nursery and Landscape Association has a program that goes on the 17th of February. So again, people say, what do we do all winter long when it's, not snowing and as you're a landscaper, you don't do anything? Well, we go out, we try and continually learn and keep up with things just like the farmers are at their programs. And there's always something new. So yeah, we're busy taking care of all that education stuff, Terry. It's good stuff for us.
Yeah, it is. Jerry, you take care. Have a good one, okay?
Yes, sir.
Talk to you again. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, purchasing local soybeans, processing local beans, and marketing local Exceller meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. They've been doing that since 1991. Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. We say good morning to Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Craig, yesterday we were talking about some of the older units and the possibility of taking insurance off of some of those units. And when you least expect it, once you do that, you're opening yourself up to choice and chance, right?
That's true, Terry. At least that's how it works for me, if my luck. But when we're looking at vehicles, the other thing we want to be talking about, especially this time of the year, is towing and road service. This cold weather tends to wipe out batteries in vehicles. If you need a jump start or happen to run out of gas or get stuck in the snow, we want you to be able to have a phone number to call and talk to somebody friendly that can help you out. So those are optional coverages for the vehicles. And the other thing you want to watch out for is make sure don't have that coverage in more than one place. Like you might have it on your auto policy, and then you could have it from, say, an association that you belong to or something like that. So if you're going through your policies this winter, just take a look and make sure you're not paying twice for road service, one from one place and one from another, because you don't need them both.
Oh, good suggestion. Do a little evaluation. Craig, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Terry. You too. Stay warm.
Oh, I will. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company is next.
Thumb Bank and Trust offers community farmers the welcome opportunity of working with people who understand the unique needs and challenges of farming. I'm Jared Fisher, Ag Specialist for Thumb Bank and Trust, and I'm also a proud farmer. All of our agricultural loan experts are working farmers, and that's just part of why Thumb Bank and Trust has been recognized as one of Michigan's premier agricultural lenders. It takes a farmer to understand the unique needs and challenges of another farmer, and it takes the lending capital available at Thumb Bank and Trust to grow a farm. Call us today or visit us at thumb.bank. We will meet you at one of our offices, in the field, or at the farm. At Thumb Bank and Trust, our relationships are built on trust. We're an old friend you can rely on. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. An equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Let's find out what's going on in New York right now. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company joining me. Steve, what is happening?
Well, what's happening is the Dow Jones Industrial Average is bouncing both sides of zero right now, but up about 6 points. 607. 31 million shares. The NASDAQ is ahead by 183, putting it at 15,126, volume of 395 million shares. Locally, we've got Caterpillar 217.43 down 421, Deere 377.70 down 215, CMS 63.63 down 115, Dow 58.50 up a dime, DuPont 82.25 up 28, Corteva 47.74 up 35, GM is 60.94 down 13, Trinzio 56.25 up 16, Walmart 144.35 down 26. Home Depot 390.83 up 337. Huntington Bank is 16.77 down 26, and AT&T is at 26.24 down 22.
Steve Anderson, have a good day.
I will. You all do the same.
Will do. We'll talk to you again soon. Steve Anderson over at Baird and Company.
Well, finally, 2021 is over. Computer chips are plentiful and store shelves are full again. Hi, I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Buick Ambassador, and unfortunately, absolutely none of that is true. But for car and truck buyers, here is some good news. At the Cook GM Superstore, even though the lot is still pretty empty, we now have 178 Chevrolets and Buicks, including pickups, Blazers, and finally even Equinoxes, coming in over the next few weeks, some as early as this very week. And we invite you to call or stop out to reserve the vehicle of your choice. You'll find Silverado 4x4 crew cabs starting at $299 a month and Chevy Blazers as low as $245. Who knows? The Chevy of your dreams may be arriving at this very moment. Get out today. That's the Cook GM Superstore, M15, Top of the Hill in Vassar.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease. 10,000 miles per year and includes all rebates. $28.44 on Blazer, $28.89 on Silverado due at signing. Call toll free or visit us online at cookchevybuick.com. Chevy, find new roads.
We were talking a little bit earlier about wheat. They were discussing it at the Agribusiness Association. The annual meeting of the Michigan Wheat Growers is scheduled for February this year. We'll have the exact date and more information on that in future programs. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Foster Blue Water Oil. They've got that product, Diesel Guard Supreme Plus from Valve Tech Petroleum. It's going to make your diesel engine a lot more efficient and a lot more carefree. Check it out, fosterbluewateroil.com. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM,